Hello, second graders. Today for math, we are going to do a check my progress. I want to see what you're understanding and what you're not understanding in chapter 4 on subtraction of two-digit numbers. So find this page behind your Friday's work. It is page 247, and then we'll do the back 248. So if you need to stop the video and go get that page, please do so. Once you have your page, please put at the top your name in your best handwriting. And Mrs. Murphy is going to make this really big so you can see it, and then we'll go through it slowly together, okay? But I will have most of you do it, most of it on your own. So on number 1, I'm doing a vocabulary check. So you need to complete this sentence, and you're going to choose one of these. Your choices are fact family or regroup. This sentence says the numbers 3, 5, and 8 make up a, is it fact family or regroup? So which one makes the most sense? The numbers 3, 5, and 8 make up a fact family or regroup. Write that in there, please. And anytime you need to pause the video, please go ahead and do that. So if I'm going too fast, just pause the video so that it can slow it down, okay? All right, now, on number 2, you are going to complete the fact family. So there's our fact family triangle. We have our brother and our sister, 7 and 12. And we have our mom and dad, the parents, number 19. So give me 2 addition fact families that use these 3 numbers. Go ahead and write those. Then over here, I would like you to do 2 subtraction fact families using these 3 numbers. Now remember, when we subtract, we always have to start with our mom and dad, the top number up here. Okay. Down at the bottom, I am going to help you with these 2 because these 2 are very tricky and very hard. So we are going to start with number 3. Oops. Number 3 says 83 subtract 52. Now we want to take apart 52, and I want to think if I am trying to get to like a number I can subtract easily, I either want to get 52 down to 50 or I want to get it to 60. Well, I don't want to get it to 60 because that's too high. So I think I want to get it down to 50. So if I take 52 and I break that apart, I'm going to break it apart into 50, and then I would have this 2 left. So I put 52 there. Now I can take this 83 over here and I can subtract 50. And I'm going to think, well, 8 minus 5, because I'm looking at my tens place here. 8 minus 5, well, that would be 3. And then I would have 3 minus 0, that would be 3. So I'd have 33. Or I could come back, I could say 83, and I can go back 50. 73, 63, 53, 43, 33. That would be another way to think about that subtraction. Now what I need to do is I need to take this 33 and I need to put it over here. And then I need to subtract what was left up here. So 33 minus that 2. Well, that's easy. I can take 33 and I can just come back by 2. 32, 31. So my answer should be 31. So 83 minus 52 equals 31. All right, if you need to pause the video to catch up, please go ahead and do that. I'm going to go on to number 4 over here. Number 4 says I buy 67 and I want to subtract 45. I want to break 45 apart. So I want to think, 45 is either go down to 40 or up to 50. Well, I'm not adding, so I got to subtract it. So I'm going to make 45 go down to 40. And then I have that 5 left. So let me do this. I'm going to take 40 and put that here and add that 5 down here. Now I can take this 67 and I can minus that 40. Well, I can do again 6 minus 4. Well, that would be easy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And 7 minus 0 would be 7. So I should get 27. Let me double check it by counting backwards by tens. So if I start with 67, I can go back by tens. 57, 47, 37, 27. That also works. Now I'm going to take that 27, put it over here, and I'm going to subtract this 5. So 27, go back 5, 26, 24, 23, 22, 21. So, I'm sorry, Mrs. Murphy counted that wrong. Let's try again. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. I knew I was wrong there. 22. So, 67 minus 45 is 22. All right, pause the video if you need help on this because I know this is a hard concept. Now we're going to flip it to the back. On the back, Mrs. Murphy wants you to do this on your own, but I want to do one with you because I don't want anyone starting this off incorrectly. Now we're subtracting, so no adding, we're taking away. So make sure on each one of these you start with the ones column and you go down and not up. Yesterday I had a second grader subtracting up, and I said, no, you can't do that. So I had a second grader say, hey, Mrs. Murphy, well, 8 minus 2 is 6. I said, no, you cannot subtract going up. You have to subtract going down. You have to start at the top and go down. So if I have 2 and I want to take 8 away, I can't do that. And I noticed that 8 is bigger than 2. So I would say bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to put a B down there so that you can see that we have to borrow. We have to go to the neighbor up here, the 6. I'm going to cross off the 6. So if I have 6 and I take 1 away, I only have 5. So put the 5 up there. Now I'm going to take that 10 that I took away and I'm going to regroup it over here. So I'm going to add 10 to this. So some of you are just putting a 1 in front of it and saying, hey, that's 12, because 2 plus 10 would be 12. Or some of you, well, I should say some of you are doing that and not putting anything in the box, and that's fine. Or some of you are crossing off the 2 and then writing the 12 up there. Either way is fine. It's just whatever you like to do, whatever is easy for you, and whatever has the most room too. All right, I have 12 minus 8. I gotta think, 12 minus 8. Well, 8 plus what is 12? It's a fact family. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's 4. So 12 minus 8 has to be 4. And then I can go to my tens column and do 5 minus 0. Well, that should be 5. Okay. Now, on all of these, you're gonna have to borrow. So make sure that you are borrowing. Actually, I should say that. There is one that you don't need to borrow. Mrs. Murphy will show you. So when I looked at my book really quickly, this one right here, number 7, you don't need to borrow because 4 is not bigger than 5. Because you can have 5 and you can take 4 away and you're only left with 1. So at number 7, you don't need to borrow, but the rest of them you do, okay? Go ahead and complete this on your own. Pause the video. And then I will go down and read number 11 for you. Number 11 says there are 35 robins in a park. 14 of them flew away. How many robins are left in the park? So we have our story problem. We are starting with 35 robins. So I'm going to circle that. And then 14 flew away. So if I put 35 over here, and I subtract 14, because 14 are going away, how many are left? So I want you to subtract that. But notice, that is not a bigger bottom, so you don't have to borrow. So just subtract going down, both columns. And then whatever your answer is down here, your difference, put that up here. Okay? All right, on the last one, it's a brain builder, but we can do it. It says, on Monday, there were 77 tulips blooming in the garden. On Tuesday and Wednesday, 4 of the tulips wilted each day. How many tulips are still blooming? So we are going to start with 77 tulips, and 4 start to wilt on Tuesday, and 4 more start to wilt on Wednesday. So think, what is 4 plus 4? Oh, 4 plus 4 is 8. So I'm going to subtract 8 from here. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go borrow from that 7, it becomes a 6, and then this becomes a 17. So I want you to subtract going down, 17 minus 8, and then 6 minus 0, and then fill in how many tulips are left. Is it 85, 77? Oh, 85 doesn't even make sense. How could 85 be more? That's more than 77. We're not getting more. So right away, Mrs. Murphy knows it's not that. It's not this one, 77. That doesn't make sense. Ooh, so my choices are 73 and 69. So subtract that, and your answer has to be one of these. If it's not, if you subtract it and it's not one of these, then it's wrong. Go back and recheck it, okay? All right, go ahead and finish this page. And when you are done, make sure you keep this in a safe place because you're going to hand it in so that I can check it to see how you are understanding subtraction of double digits with regrouping. Have a great rest of your Friday, second graders, and have a great weekend.